Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with more Hunter x Hunter, you guys. I'm so excited to see what is going to happen next on this show. If you're joining me early today, you already know what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So, needless to say, I was very, very proud of our crew last time, particularly Gon, for coming up with the idea of how to get everyone to the finish line. I honestly do not know if that was an intentional option put into the exam by the examiners, or if our crew legitimately just like worked the system and like found a way around it. Either way, it was pretty darn impressive. And I love Gon's mentality of, you know, we're not going to start turning on each other in this. We got through this together, and that's how we're going to finish it too. Really, I think that Tompa's just display of trying to get into Leorio's head about the whole thing is kind of an interesting representation maybe of a lot of the strategies used in the whole exam. You know, you could argue that the whole exam is kind of trying to get into your head, you know, and trying to see, like, are you going to fall into this trap? Are you going to fall into, are you going to, like, lose to this weakness? Are you going to overcome it? Are you going to, so I do find that kind of interesting, even though Tompa's just like, I'm a last nerve. But, yeah, so here we are. So I don't know what's going to happen next. The end of the last episode gave the kind of ominous little hint of, like, little did he know that soon they would be pitted against each other. So, not sure if, like, the next, are we still in the... Are we still, this is a horribly stupid question, I'm so sorry, but are we still in the exam? That wasn't like the last test of it, right? If it wasn't, then I'm assuming they're just going to pit them against each other next test. But if they are done with the exam, I don't think so, though. I don't think they're done with it. That would be even more interesting, though, to think, like, what in real life could pit them against each other? But, I don't know. If you're a hunter, though, I'm sure it gets pretty competitive. I'm not, you know, we get, like, little glimpses, little, you know, bite-sized pieces of information about, like, what life as a hunter is kind of along the way. But we still haven't really, like, seen one in action, really. Have we? No. We've just been doing we've been doing the exam thing, like, the whole time. So I'm not sure what's going to happen next. But I love how we got here, and with that being said, what do you say we go ahead and we get started on the next episode of Hunter x Hunter? Let's go! Oh my god, is this, she was his aunt, right? Yes! Oh, I think he wrote to her. Oh! Oh. Third phase, so there's more. Yes, they said that. I'm sorry. Wow, that seems like forever ago, doesn't it? We can get a little recap here. It's funny because we've come a long way, but oh god, no, that was over the line. That was, yeah. He even admitted that was over the line. So I was saying, I mean, their characters have stayed consistent, though. You know what I mean? Like, yes, they're now friends, but, like, this still feels like we're watching the same characters, you know? So, once, you know, Gon is just bringing people together is what he's doing. Because look at what he did there. He totally brought them together just in the same way that he wouldn't let them pit against each other in the last episode. Are we gonna go through like every? We're probably just gonna. Ah, I remember these days. So they brought up an interesting point here too, when Gon was like, "Oh, what would I do? I feel like I don't know what I would do in that situation." And she was like, "Oh, that's what we want you to be thinking about." Yes! That makes so much sense because he's training to be a doctor. See, I was just like, oh, he's so kind. But also, of course you'd leave him with the injured person. Yep. Yeah. Oh, sweet boy. Oh my god, we've been through so much, you guys. Yeah, how many details are we gonna tell the Mito-san about Killua? His aunt. So Mito will be happy to know she got a mention. Tied. I feel like Gon was just an itty bitty bit ahead, but. And here we are at the. Oh, so we're gonna skip over the whole the swamp thing. In the cooking thing. We're gonna skip all that? Okay. So we're not gonna tell Aunt Mito about Hisoka either. Can we just like, yeah, we'll just put the nice happy fun parts in for Aunt Mito. I don't think Aunt Mito would be able to sleep at night if she knew about Hisoka being there. Aww. Yay, he has a friend. And now we're gonna get into, okay, all right, I see. So we're gonna do, oh, we are gonna tell her about Hisoka. All right, okay, well, say goodbye to ever being able to sleep again, Aunt Mito. I don't think she's gonna feel good about this individual choking her beloved nephew. Oh, poor Leoria, though. I've said for a while he's kind of like the most normal one of all of them, but it never stops. Not to say that he's not special in his own way, but it never stops Leorio, you know? Never stops him from, like, getting in the way of Hisoka. No. Fooled ya. We're gonna tell Aunt Mito about this. Okay, alright. Can we cut away to, like, Aunt Mito's horrified face while reading this? So we're doing, like, a little review is what we're doing. Only 41 left. And so now we just finished the third phase, right? So, Beans! Hi, Beans! Aunt Mito's gonna be really upset when she finds all this out, I think. That he fought, like, prisoners and just all of it. I think if it were my nephew, I think I'd be very upset. That means he made it work for him. And I think that says, oh my god, what is this that they're playing? What is this music? My mind is exploding. I love this. This synthesizer version of the theme. That's what Gon does. He takes bad situations and makes them work for him. Oh god, remember this, guys? I'm sure you do, but you should not have done that. And so if he sees, I'm sure this is going to be important later on, if he sees a spider at all, that's going to be, think of how many situations have they been in? They were in a swamp. They were in this dark, dusty tower. I feel like spiders are just, like, around a lot. Like, that's a very common thing to have as like, your trigger. she got in his head. I feel like there's a lot of people trying to get in Leorio's head, and I'm not a fan of it. He's very, he's a little bit reactionary in terms of his emotional style. So Gon is going to leave out of his letter the part where Leorio purposely lost in order to, oh, that's probably a good idea. Oh, we're going to put this part in. By the way, remember that best friend I told you about? He can rip a man's heart out, like, really easily. That's not going to worry Mito. Almost feel bad for this guy now if he wasn't, like, such a maniacal killer who had taken so many lives. Oh. He's like, tearing bodies apart isn't my style. I'm going to very nicely and compactly rip your heart out and let you watch as it beats its last. Horrifying stuff, guys. The show is so cute sometimes, and sometimes it's just really, really awful. Like, really horrifying. Look at his face. He's like, got your heart. Oh, this is what does it, is he watch. That's some brutal stuff, guys. Like, this is some brutal stuff. But also, yay! Hunters! Nice and happy and cute! Yay! So proud of you, baby boy! See, I'm seeing something about Gon here, and that's that he just always makes life work for him. You know, he's presented with a situation, he's cornered, and he makes something good out of it. You know? Aw, good job, baby. All right, so what are we doing now, guys? What are we doing now? One has died. That poor one that made it all the way and then just died. That's brutal. How many phases were? Okay, we don't know how many were left. I thought maybe they had said it and I didn't know. Yeah. Aww. That's his last name? I didn't know his last name till now. That's his dad? Jing. They said that before, I just forgot it. Yes, maybe. Oh my god! I gotta say, that was a clip show, but it was nice to be able to kind of relive some of those moments. Alright, you guys, so that I did not know going in that it was going to be, I don't know if, I usually skip ones like that, but I do think it was nice just to know that Mito is, like, all caught up on everything for the most part, but I do apologize because typically, I think, like, had I known ahead of time that was going to be a clip show, I would have, probably asked you guys, like, do you want me to watch this one? Do you want me to move forward, considering how long of a series it is? But I enjoyed it. Like, I think it was, especially for someone like me who, you know, I'm watching these week to week, and I do tend to forget some things, or like little details get lost in the shuffle and everything because I watch a lot of shows. It is kind of nice actually to be refreshed on everything up to this point. And they did reiterate that, like, okay, we don't know how many more phases are left, because I was like, wait, that's a last test of the, it cuts off in the thumbnail, but like here on Crunchyroll I can see it says last test of the, and then I can't see the last word, so I'm like, oh my god, was it the last test? No, it is not the last test. I think we have a ways to go, because I feel like when I looked up, there's not really seasons on this show. There's like arcs. And I feel like the exam arc goes on for a while. Like, I want to say maybe like 30, 40, 50 or something up. So like it goes on for a bit. At some point, I really, 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 really want to start doing 2 at a time, just because of how long the series is. And because I'm told that there are going to be like some filler episodes down the road that would be nice if, you know, I was moving at a more brisk pace, which I agree with. I would like to move at a more brisk pace. I just have to clear up my schedule first. But Anyway, what was I saying? So I thought it was nice to actually have a little bit of review and have that reiterated that, like, okay, we don't know if we have a long way to go or not, but I kind of know from looking on the Wikipedia page of the list of seasons and arcs. They don't have seasons, they have arcs, just to kind of know, like, okay, where are we? And don't worry, I didn't see any. I literally just looked at, like, the separations. I didn't look at any details, but I think we have a ways to go with the exams. So it was kind of nice to, like, stop, take a breather. But I do apologize because I probably would have run that by you guys first. But it's all good. It's nice to relive the moments. And like I said, you know, I tend to miss a lot. I tend to forget some things over time. Now it's kind of fresh in my mind again, so it's all good. And now I know Mito knows everything that's going on, and she was just like, hey, are you happy, Jing, that your son's doing this? And I couldn't tell if that was like, does this honor you, or like, are you happy? You got your kid involved in this. So I don't know, maybe it's a little column A, a little column B. I don't know. I know Mito was not a super big fan of the whole Hunter idea. Gon is just so precious and pure that, of course, he wasn't going to, like, filter out any of the stuff that happened. If it were me, I may have been like, everything's fine. There's no, like, crazy killers. I've been in no danger. Don't worry. But Gon's just like, yeah, and we met Killer Clown, and and I fought this prisoner who, we fought all these killers, and he's just such a happy boy. Such a happy boy. All the more reason to protect him. But he's good. Like, he's good. He can protect himself. He's good in that way. All right. So the fam is all caught up. We're all refreshed. Where do we go from here? I have no clue. Let's find out together next time, you guys. I loved this. Again, just nice to have a refresher, and it's a great show, so why not relive it a little bit? I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.